Oh, good evening. It's been a little while since we've had our Jazz Vespers service. Glad to see you all come out, and this COVID hasn't stopped us. We still have to keep going. So, and usually Yvette is usually up here doing the homily and whatnot. Well, she is a little. Well, she had an operation on her elbow. And she was this home healing, but she's really doing well. She was a little nervous about having the operation because it was hurting, but she thought it was going to hurt more. 2 days after she got the operation, she was in the kitchen cooking, so it didn't bother her that much. So she's really happy that she got the operation, and she's doing fine. So I will start by the verse for this evening is from Ephesians 5:7-20. Therefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. And be not drunk with wine, wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit, speaking to yourselves in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing and making melody in your heart to the Lord, giving thanks always for all things unto God and the Father in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Now we'll have Barbara come up and introduce the artist for this evening.
Well, it's wonderful to see so many of you come out. We were worried because the first time we've had it in a while, and we tried to get word out, but you don't know if people are back into the program again. So thank you one and all for coming. It is my pleasure to introduce the artist tonight because he's a very special person to me. It is my husband. My husband is a man of many talents, and one of them is he enjoys photographing these musicians every time that we have these wondrous performances. And he's been doing it for years just for personal pleasure. And when he had so many that looked pretty nice, I said, you know, this is a good one to open up. We can look at those and reflect on people that we've heard before. And he also tossed in a few other photographs that he's done along this line. And I'm going to let him tell you about himself. His name is Weston, not Wesley, Nathanson.
Oh, wow. Guest artist. My wife books the artists generally that show out there prior to our performances. And they all have resumes and they've been given awards and what have you. I'm an actor. Not generally a photographer, but well, two things. First of all, we weren't quite sure when we were going to get started, so Barbara said, well, why don't you show your stuff the first time, and that gives us then some lead time to get in touch with real artists from now on. So, as she said, I have wandered around, not since it began, but periodically at Jazz Vespers, just shooting musicians, because I find it interesting. Teresa Prim down here was the official photographer. She's got a lot more shots than I do in terms of, the people who have come here, and some very good ones, but thought I'd show mine. Photographers, particularly with Photoshop, can do an awful lot of things. I'm reminded of, that YF thing with Laura's Desire or something like that out in the field, where he can place the person there and, if he was looking, eliminate whatever was in the picture as he paints it, because that's the vision that he wants. And we've had photographers with using Photoshop who can do that. They take a picture, and if there's something in the picture that distracts from the subject that they like, with Photoshop, you can just take it out. I mean, it's an artistic choice, and it's perfectly legitimate. We have others, like our Dusty Stiles, who's also gotten many awards for his landscape photography, who have, they take the picture of the landscape, but the landscape sort of sits there. And then there are people, like we've had Carl Shubs here, who calls himself a street photographer, which means you try and catch the moment. And I guess I'm a little more like that. I try and catch the moment, whether it's with the musicians or some other things. So in addition to the musicians that are in albums out there, I have a few other shots of things that have caught my eye, more or less in the same vein. It's a moment, it passes in time. Valéry de Besson was the French guy who said something about catch the exact moment. Anyway, so free to look, and I hope you enjoy the paintings, but what you're really here for is to hear these wonderful musicians, and so we should get on with that. Thank you.
If we have programs, Bobby Henley was listed on the program. Bobby, he couldn't make it, so his nephew, which is Patty's son, came to join with us tonight. Of course, it's Patty Henley and Carol. Bill Pickles on bass again, and Jeff Sellers.
Choi.
All right. Hey, how are you?
Yeah. If you feel like it, you can pat your feet or clap your hands
That's right.
and move around.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Joy to the world, the Lord has come. Let earth receive a King. Let every heart prepare Him move. And heaven and nature sing. And heaven and nature sing. And heaven and nature sing. Right. Come on now.
That's it.
He rules the world with truth and grace, and makes the nations rule. The glories of His righteousness, and wonders of His love, and wonders of His love, and wonders of His love. All right. The Lord is come. Let earth receive a King. Let every heart prepare Him move. And heaven and nature sing. 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 All right. joy. Gotta get out. It's the season to feel joy. Always feel joy when we're around our loved ones, right? It's all right to feel good, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to feel good. Hang all the mistletoe. I'm gonna get to know you better this Christmas. And as we trim the tree, how much fun it's gonna be together this Christmas. Fireside blazing bright, we're caroling through the night. And this Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Presents and cards are here. My world is filled with cheer in you this Christmas. And as we trim the tree, how much fun it's gonna be together, yeah. This Christmas, fireside blazing bright, we're caroling through the night. And this Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me. Yeah. Oh, hey. Get it, Lenny. Come on, y'all. Oh, fireside blazing, blazing bright. We're caroling through the night. And this Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me. Yeah. Oh, Mary, Mary, Mary. Are you feeling merry? Are you feeling merry? Can you feel it, Mary, 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 Mary? Hey, all over the place. Hey, oh yeah.
Mr. Cam Talbert, that was my son. You know, imagine me think that when I was 9 months pregnant with him, I was on the stage at 9 months. He was singing in the womb. Needless to say, he's one of my favorite people in the world. And when I think about this time of the year, you know, it just makes you remember when you were a little kid and what grandma, everybody got a grandma or auntie story, something special they made, something special you did together as families. And these became traditions and favorite things. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens. Here we go. My favorite things. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens. Bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens. brown paper packages tied up with string. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple stews, doorbells and sleigh bells and exquisite noodles, wild geese that fly to the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzels with noodles, silver white winters that melt into spring. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into spring. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so sad. I don't feel so bad. I don't feel so sad. I think about the good things, my favorite things, my favorite things, my favorite thing. Thank you.
This is the season that we celebrate the birth of the Christ. And this song is called Breath of Heaven. It is also called Mary's Song, because she speaks about how when she was traveling with the babe inside, and she wondered why was I the chosen one to carry the Son of God?
Traveled many moonless nights, cold and weary, with the babe inside, and I wonder what I've done. Holy Father, you have come and chosen me now to carry your Son. Do you want
as you watch my face, if a wiser one should have had my place, for I've offered all I am for the mercy of your plan. Help me be strong, help me be, help me. Breath of heaven, hold me together, be forever near me. Breath of heaven, breath of heaven, lighten my darkness, pour over me your holiness, for you are holy. Breath of heaven, hold me together, be forever near me. Breath of heaven, breath of heaven, lighten my darkness, pour over me your holiness, for you are holy. Breath of heaven, breath of heaven, breath of heaven, ooh, breath of heaven. Mary's song. Speaking of Mary, the question might have been asked, did you know? Did you know?
Mary, did you know that your baby boy would one day walk on water? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would save our sons and daughters? Did you know that your baby boy has come to make you new? This child that you delivered is now delivered you.
Oh, Mary, did you know that your baby boy will give sight to a blind man? Mary, did you know that your baby boy will calm the storm with his hand? Did you know that your baby boy has walked where angels trod? And when you kiss your little baby, you've kissed the face of God. Oh, Mary, did you know?
The blind will see, the deaf will hear, the dead will live again. The lame will leap, the dumb will speak, the praises of the Lamb. Mary, did you know that your baby boy is Lord of all creation?
Oh, Mary, did you know that your baby boy would one day rule the nation?
Did you know?
Did you know
that your baby boy is heaven's birth?
sleeping child you're holding is the great I am. Oh, Mary, did you know? Oh, Mary, did you know?
Did you know?
Mary, did you know? Oh, yeah.
Mary, did you
I believe I see a few, Karen.
I think I do too. There's some over
There's a
here.
few of them out here.
Oh, there's some in the balcony.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
And of course, all the band members.
All the band members and over here, yeah. We see you too.
talking about all you angels out there?
That's right.
Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing all the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. Lord, 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 When I was a girl, my mother used to tell us that Santa Claus represented the spirit of giving. He actually was one of Jesus's helpers. And so the gifts we give to one another are us actually giving to the Christ child. We weren't there, but we're here now. And we can show our love through our gifts. And this is a story about a little drummer boy. Come, they told me, pa-ra-pa-pa-pum. Our finest gifts will bring, pa-ra-pa-pa-pum. To lay before the King, pa-ra-pa-pa-pum. Our finest gifts will bring, pa-ra-pa-pa-pum, ra-pa-pa-pum, ra-pa-pa-pum. So to honor him, pa-ra-pa-pa-pum, when we come. Little baby, pa-ra-pa-pa-pum. I am a poor girl too, pa-ra-pa-pa-pum. I have no gift to give, pa-ra-pa-pa-pum. That's fit to give our King, ra-pa-pa-pum, ra-pa-pa-pum, ra-pa-pa-pum. Oh, shall I play for him, ra-pa-pa-pum, on my drum? Yeah.
Come on now.
Mary nodded, pa-ra-pa-pa-pum. The ox and ass kept time, pa-ra-pa-pa-pum. Let's hear it for Jeff, guys.
You guys feeling good tonight?
There's more people
I need to hear a little bit louder than that. You guys feeling good, right? Real good, deep down. That's right. You know, we got a lot of classic songs we're singing up here. We got some beautiful voices up here. Give it one more time for my mother and for Karen, ladies and gentlemen. I know my uncle usually sings. You know, he's a hard act to follow, but
You're doing good.
do my best, y'all.
Your thing.
Do my thing here. Let me see. You know, this is a new classic here that a lot of people really like, and this is a different rendition of it. And see if you recognize what it is. Let me see. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't even care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. Baby, all I want for Christmas is you. Ooh, baby. Hey. Ooh, I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I don't need to hang my stocking there upon the fireplace. Santa Claus won't make me happy with a toy on Christmas Day. See, I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. Baby, all I want for Christmas is you. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. I won't ask for much this Christmas. I won't even wish for snow. I'm just gonna keep on waiting underneath the mistletoe. I won't even make a list and send it to the North Pole for Saint Nick. I won't even stay awake to hear those magic reindeer click. See, I just want you here tonight, holding on to me so tight. What more can I do? Oh, baby, all I want for Christmas is you. You, baby. You. Look, all the lights are shining so brightly everywhere. In the air, and everyone is singing. I hear those sleigh bells ringing. Santa, won't you bring me just the one I need? Won't you bring my baby back to me? I don't want a lot for Christmas. This is all I'm asking for. I just wanna see my baby standing right outside So you got that one. That's a classic, right? It's a
Yeah,
new, it's a
it's a
new
classic.
classic.
It's a new classic.
Newer classic. Everyone loves it.
Now to some of the old classics.
The old classics.
You know those songs like, how many of y'all out there know Bing Crosby?
Oh, I know that one.
You guys know Bing Crosby.
Andy Williams?
Yeah, Andy Williams. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no.
Dean Martin, all
Yeah,
those
all
guys.
them.
Frank Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra.
Come on now, you got some love for those
Sammy
folks.
Davis Jr.
They sing these songs well.
Y'all know all of them.
Johnny Mathis.
Johnny Mathis.
Come Christmas time, they would do it.
That's it. That's it.
And this is an oldie but goodie. Originally done by the Drifters.
We put our own little spin on it. Little fun thing.
Oh wait, it goes like, remember this one? Look, it goes. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know,
You don't know nothing about snow.
where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. Oh, said I, dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and white, and may all your Christmases be bright and white. Oh, yeah.
I say I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the one I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I say I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. Come on, Lanny, here you go. Yeah.
You know what, Pat? You know, I was born in Southern California.
All right. So is he.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So Cam and I are in the same boat, right?
Yeah, but I'm from Chicago.
So she knows about the white Christmas.
Anybody out there know about the Hawk?
Midwest.
Oh, anybody know about the
somebody
Hawk?
knows.
Well, the Hawk is what they call the coal back in Chicago.
Very cool. But you know, just like you're dreaming of a white Christmas, I like to dream too. Okay, let me say.
Go ahead, drink. Okay.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas,
Are you gonna be here?
just like the ones I've never known.
Right.
Being born in Southern California, you know, where those treetops glisten,
Yeah, man.
and children listen
I remember that.
to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I ain't never heard no sleigh bells, honey.
I say I'm dreaming of a white Christmas,
in Southern California.
All your Christmases be white.
Let it snow.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And this is another Christmas classic that is most popularly done by Nat King Cole. But we've had several renditions of this song. It's called the Christmas song, but most people refer to it as chestnuts, right? Does anybody know what a chestnut is? Oh, maybe so, maybe so. Like I said, I'm from Southern California. We don't know nothing from chestnuts, okay? But I'm sure they're probably very good. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Yuletide carols being sung by a choir and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season right. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. Santa's on his way. He's loaded a whole lot of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways. Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa,
Happy Kwanzaa,
Happy Hanukkah,
Happy Hanukkah,
Feliz Navidad,
Feliz Navidad.
Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Let's give our maestro, Mr. Lanny Hartley, big round of applause, and all of the gentlemen, Mr. Bill Pittman on bass guitar, Jeff Sutherland on drums.
At this point, Yvette usually does a homily. So she just wrote out some stuff for me to say. And there have been many times when people ask me, well, what is a Vespers? You know, and it's just an evening service. You know, it's been going on forever. But I'm going to just read what she wrote for me to say. A little history around jazz and Vespers. For centuries, Vespers has been known as evening prayers. Today, Jazz Vespers programs are embraced by spiritual communities around the world. The programs include prayer, hymns, poetry, homilies, choral singing, violin playing, dancing, art, just everything praising God for an evening service. Introducing jazz into an evening Vesper service was first presented by Reverend Genso in 1932. This is from an online article. In 1932, John Genso heard Duke Ellington play, fell in love with jazz. After moving to New York in 1956, John Genso began frequently locally going to jazz clubs. The jazz community had often worked late hours on Saturday nights, making it difficult to attend church on Sunday mornings. So Reverend Genso wanted to create a service that would allow musicians participation and created Jazz Vespers. In 1965, Reverend Genso was named full-time minister to the jazz community. In 1968, jazz ministry had become fully established in St. Peter's Lutheran Church on Lexington Avenue in New York City. Jazz musicians, including Duke Ellington, Thelonious Monk, John Coltrane, Dizzy Gillespie, Miles Davis, Charles Mingus, Billy Strayhorn, all the musicians who grew up in the church, they attended and played regularly at Jazz Vespers. Many jazz musicians began their life of music in the church. And most singers I hear, they started in the church. You know, I'm no exception. Music in church has always been a part of my life. I was an organist for the Methodist Church and played for the Baptist Junior Choir on the fourth Sunday. The Methodists sang anthems while the Baptist choir sang soul-stirring gospels, what my grandfather used to call jump happy music. Both types rang with the Spirit. Musicians like Ray Charles came along and he incorporated the Baptist jump happy style into his popular music, and people went up in arms. How dare, God's music be played in nightclubs? But that's what musicians, they know all the styles, and so it naturally comes out in their playing. But even today, you find young people, they prefer hearing their style of music with religious lyrics. So that's why, you have the gospel groups, the prayer groups and whatnot. So it's very common to have jazz and other kinds of music played in the churches these days. And in 2008, following in Reverend Genso's shoes, Robin Bloomquist Pastor Sam Ferguson, Dick Flaherty, and Dwayne Doc Johnson, all lovers of jazz and members of United Methodist Church, introduced an experimental jazz Vespers program to the church. It turned out to be very successful. I had the opportunity to play the Jazz Vespers program here with Lisa Terry, the violin player. Shortly after that Vespers program, I moved into the area and became a member of the United Methodist Church. On Robin Plumquist's retirement, he passed the Jazz Vespers reign over to me and my wife, Yvette. What a wonderful journey this has been, helping the jazz musicians live spiritually and musically. Tonight, the music is a holiday meld of spiritual, soulful, and jazzy Christmas songs, which herald the reason for the season. Thank you very much for coming out tonight. And before we leave, may the Lord watch between you and me, one from another. Amen. Thank you for coming.